Hello and welcome to our first full moon keynote. We have been working very hard to create what we want to show you today, and we hope you like it. Let's start with the agenda. First, we want to remind you all where we come from and how MoonWalkCoin was created, because for sure we have plenty of new people today in the audience. After that, we will speak in detail about the idea we've been keeping in secret for almost 2 weeks. Our Telegram community already seemed quite suggestive sneak peeks, and today you will see what they are all about. Next, you will see the live demo of what we developed so far. We are very eager to show you what we call an early alpha version of what we've built. And then, after we give you a live demo of the product, we want to speak about how MoonWalkCoin Tokenomics supports the goal behind the utility, for you everyone to understand how the utility can fuel the tokenomics of MoonWalkCoin. We also want to tell you a little bit about our plans for the next few months at the end of the presentation. So let's start with a recap of our story to get everyone today up to speed. MoonWalkCoin was born on Wykop.pl, an internet community portal coming from country of Poland. For those of you that haven't heard of it, Wykop is very often mentioned to be modeled after Dig, very often compared to Reddit as well. It has a very strong community which drives many cool initiatives. We have this thing in Poland that we don't use eBay, Amazon and other big players' services, but we create our own services. Even Facebook had a hard time to make it big in Poland for quite a few years. So one may say we're kind of doing the same with crypto now, right? Many of you may remember Poland as a land of tasty dumplings and awesome beer, but apart from those delicacies, we are a land of truly hardworking and innovative people, especially in field of IT. We're even often being called Silicon Valley of Europe, and I think that's a very good way to put it. I've listed few links mentioning that, so you don't think this is just me saying that. And it's important to remember that MoonWalkCoin token contract is community initiative. It all started when a guy came into Wykop and started surveying people about how they would like their crypto to work if he would create one for them. And he did. He has put his own money into the liquidity pool that has been locked until year 2100, and all the decisions regarding contract mechanisms, tax and even ownership were taken by the community in the service that original developer has posted. The idea for what we can do with this new currency came from the community itself as well. And based on that idea, just 2 weeks ago, we started to develop the software we want to show you today and talk about it. The timing of the contract developer activities was very fortunate. Just before the release, the project grabbed attention of professional software developers, which have formed a force group and called themselves MWC devs. So we went ahead and used opportunity MoonWalkCoin gave us to create commercial grade service that will use MoonWalkCoin, and we're giving it away for free. So what is the idea? In short, we created a platform that allows you to send crypto via social media. And not just any crypto. It allows you to send MWC only, because whole platform is exclusive for MoonWalkCoin holders. And we call that platform MoonWalkCoin Tips. And this is how it looks like when you're giving someone a tip. What do we see here? It's a pop-up window that you will be able to open from your internet browser, letting you send money to a person that wrote a post you want to appreciate. And now you can do so just by clicking a button next to something that they wrote. We can see Mr. Beast here because fortunately for me, someone already used his name and image on Wykop, where we are running current version of MWC Tips. So if anyone it would be having problem with that, it would be Mr. Beast. But I rather think he wouldn't, because MWC Tips would be great for people like him that are building their presence also by giving away money on social media. Imagine everyone has such a button, and people like Mr. Beast or Twitter's famous Bill Pulte will go around and give away money through MWC Tips to people they like posts of, This will be awesome. And it seems like the layout we've come up with will work for the mobile app at the same time just well. On the right side, we can see the button under someone's post. So how does it work? Let's say you love what someone is doing on the social media and you would like to send them money to express your gratitude. It can be content of any kind: Twitter posts, photos, YouTube videos. So right now, you cannot really do that, can you? Unless someone is providing some specific link to some payment app in their posts. But no one does that, since it wouldn't be trustworthy, right? Anyone then could post something pretending to be someone else and receive money that is not meant for them, like those people posting under Elon Musk tweets. Long story short, there always has to be someone in between. Payment processing company, maybe PayPal, maybe Kickstarter, depends on what the person you want to support is exactly doing. Yes, Twitter has their tipping functionality at this point, but it is Twitter specific and not crypto fueled. With MoonWalkCoin, this is all thing of the past. So in case person A wants to send a tip to person B, it's enough that person B, who may be anyone having a social media account of a given type, will provide their information and prove their ownership by registering an account in MWC directory, which is a user-facing service that makes for the backend of the whole platform. Then, when someone wants to send a tip under something someone else posted, they use a computer with our Chrome extension installed. The Chrome extension adds the payment buttons to avatars in posts when you browse social media. No data about what you do on those or other sites is collected, of course. Then once the button is clicked, MWC Tips extension fetches an address from proven source and provides it for the transaction. Then, once you see the transaction details, set the amount, confirm it and click send. Through MWC Gateway, you will end up with transaction in your MetaMask ready to be sent. And MetaMask is in the process just for the early stage that we're doing right now, the proof of concept. When we will get out of alpha version, goal of beta will be for MWC to integrate True Wallet Connect and send transactions entirely independently. We hope to achieve that stage in 2 months from now. This is how the buttons for tipping look for the posts on our homeland, VCOP. They are different sizes depending on the post format they need to appear in. And now I would like to show you the demo of what we've prepared so far. So here I am on our beloved VCOP and I'm just browsing Moonwalk tag. It's our tag there, apart from MoonWalkCoin tag that people are posting under. Here we have Finec Poker appreciating our rising market cap. So I may click MWC button next to his avatar and window will pop up for me, fetching my details and his details and letting me arrange the transaction. So I can add him at 10 Gs at the time of recording this presentation. 10 giga MWC is around $1 USD. You need to confirm the transaction and then you can send MWC. And at this point, you will be redirected to MWC Tools Gateway, which will invoke ready-to-go transaction in your MetaMask. There is no extra fee other than standard BSC network fees. And that brings us to our tokenomics. Let's take a reminder on our basic contract mechanics. The tax on the transaction for MoonWalkCoin is 10%, and it is divided. 7% goes to the liquidity pool, 2% is redistributed to holders, and 1% is given to Binance Charity Wallet, a thing which we are very happy about, that we, at the same time of growing our project, we are able to support good causes. At the moment, or rather last time I checked, it was over $6,000, over 10 BNB at rate at that time, given to Binance Charity from MoonWalkCoin transactions. And the way those mechanisms work allow for the usage of the token to increase its value. The more it is used and the more it is the longer it is held, the value is increased. Many tokens are just pumped and dumped after a few hours or a few days, despite they sometimes have similar promises. But now it's only up to us if we will make MWC increase in value by using it to express gratitude for great social media content. So, since the usage increases the value, holding increases the value, and the value is protected, you can think of MWC like equivalent to like a tipping jar you keep next to your door, so you can always have change for your pizza delivery guy. In the same way, it's equivalent of a tipping jar that someone can put on their counter in their shop, and when you come in, you can click such a button and move to your MWC extension to be able to transact with someone. So the goal here is to change how we use crypto nowadays. Nowadays it's not user-friendly. You have to get the address. Someone has to send you the address. You have to check if this is the right address. It needs to be more simple. Of course, you can put a QR code next to or within your content for your wallet address, but you need to specify what network is it, what, everything. And there is no like standard for that. And we want to create that standard to save you the hassle of initiating that whole transaction and make crypto user-friendly. As mentioned, there is no extra fee on the transactions for MWC tips other than standard BSC network fees, and each transaction increases the project and token value. So many tokens on BSC are created just for profit or even as scams, and we want to take a different approach here. Let's take a stop here and take a look what Revolut did a few years ago. They used technology to basically provide what we know in crypto as swapping, but they provided that mechanism in convenient form and easy to use for fiat currencies. It wouldn't be possible in the past. You would have to go with analog money to a place where they would swap it for a different currency for a fee. You still can do that, but thanks to digitalization of that process, you don't have to. They made already the existing digital layer of our world more convenient thanks to following the principles known from blockchain technology. We are taking the route other way around. We route from blockchain, and we want to merge blockchain into services that people already know, love, and use daily. So how are we going to do it? Instead of asking people to use crypto to do something they don't yet even understand the value of, like NFT is still for some people, we want to integrate crypto into what they are already doing, which is posting on social media and browsing social media. So how to benefit from our project? Just buy and hold, and use it just as you are using other payment services now. Right now, at the early stage, you can grab your token bags at large volume easily, and we are sure those tokens will be more and more useful each day, as many of people on social media will be registering for MWC directory and using MWC tips. Even if you just hold, and those are the other people that are tipping MWC between themselves, and you just decide to hold, you earn because of their transactions. If we do the adoption phase right, we are set up for continuous value growth here. And that brings us to the next steps that we planned so far.